Hello and welcome back to Sports News. Right now I am joined by a good friend of mine, James Mcintyre from Ford's Gym. James, thanks for coming back today. How are you doing?
Doing very good, always. Of course I'm gonna keep coming back. As long as you invite me, I'm here.
Hey, you got a spot on the show anytime you want, buddy. We want to talk about July 11th, a big event coming up. We have Marcus Parker. Tell us a little bit about how he's gonna look.
Marcus Parker, he actually fought 2 weeks ago in Milwaukee, and the boy was sensational. I mean, he held his distance with the jab. Big guy came in with that bully style when it was time to, landed some real hard, heavy shots. He eventually got the third round TKO. I mean, it was brilliant. I mean, with the heavyweights, people always love to see the knockouts, but the one thing that people really don't recognize that he did very well was the defense. He didn't get hit with any big shots. Actually, some of the things we've been working on in the gym, he was ducking, getting underneath some real big shots, and that's the most beautiful thing about boxing to me is the defense. You know, I mean, we can throw punches, people on the street can throw punches, but when you can't get hit with a punch, that's what changes the game.
Well, that's the important part because you can't get knocked out if you don't get hit, right?
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I thought. Can you tell us a little bit about that July 11th event?
July 11th, man. July 11th, Mcintyre, Saturday, 7 p.m. And I'm giving everything I had to this one. I mean, I'm taking out all the stops, not sparing any expenses. We're doing everything we can to bring a good show to Madison. It's going to be a pro-am event, so there'll be pros and amateurs. So Marcus Boss Hog Parker will be the main event of that fight. We'll also have another heavyweight, Ryan Jones, and we're working on a contract right now for another local guy. He's not with Ford's Gym, they have their own gym, but he's still representing Madison, Wisconsin. The Supreme Hits, Dorn Vu, and we're trying to work on the contract right now to get him on the show. So we're bringing everybody we can, and also, of course, with the pros, we're gonna have some real good amateurs, so we're looking for a good night.
I also understand a couple of the fighters from Ford's were at the Wisconsin Golden Gloves. How did they do? Can you tell us a little bit about that tournament, what it all includes?
Well, the tournament yesterday, it was some crazy circumstances, but we ended up with one guy, Chris Isley. He's going to nationals as a state champ, and we had another guy, Giovanni Armament. He actually fought a real good fight, but he ended up with a loss. It was only his second fight, you know, he's just coming up. But fought his heart out, man. He fought real good, and I'm proud of him. Even though he had a loss, he still did what he needed to do. I mean, he worked real hard, and there's things we can work on. We're going to work on him, but he looked good, and we're going to keep working with him.
And I just want to touch on when we got a quick moment here yet. The stereotypes of fighters. People see the fights on TV, whether it's boxing, UFC, etc., and might think, you know, bad guys, tough guys, not good people. Can you tell us a little bit about those stereotypes and who a true fighter actually is?
Yeah, it's terrible the way the conception of fighters. We're always thought of as just being naturally violent people. I mean, and that's just not the case. You got fathers, you got mothers, you got people who are daughters, they go to school like everyone else. We have fighters that have been in college, you know, psychology majors, engineers, machine operators, and the biggest misconception is just that we're violent people, and that's just really not the case, man. If anyone who has been around fighters would know that really, it's nice people, probably the nicest people you will ever meet. But when you step inside, that ring or that cage, whatever type of fighting you're doing, you get on that mat with the jiu-jitsu boys. When it's time to handle business, you handle business. But after that's done, it's handshakes, it's all love. We can go out and get something to eat.
Yep, being able to flip that switch. James Mcintyre from Ford's Gym. James, thanks for joining us back here again today.
Oh yeah.
Who's the Boss boxing event coming in July 11th to be exact. We'll be back with more of the sports news right after this.